Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Gabi and today I am back with another video, a very delicious video, okay? I'm gonna share with you 50, yes you heard me correctly, 50 fragrances that are like a true gourmand and are super appropriate for fall and winter. We're gonna have obviously different notes, but we're gonna have fragrances that literally smell like a dessert, like a specific dessert. I'm gonna go through all of them extremely quickly. If I know you want to know more details about this fragrance in particular, 99.99% I'm sure that I already did a full review. Okay, so just go on YouTube, type my name and then the name of the fragrance, and then you should be able to find a full review for that fragrance in particular. Okay, so before we start, if you like this video, don't forget to give a quick thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and now let's jump in. We've got first dessert, Crème Brûlée. I do have two fragrances. The first one is almost empty. This one is Maison Mataha Escapade Gourmande. This is a true, realistic crème brûlée, like vanilla crème brûlée. It's delicious. People went absolutely crazy about this fragrance last year. There is still some hype, not that much anymore, but I feel like if you didn't get it last year, you should still get it now because it's absolutely delicious. The next one, Jesus, I don't have any space on my table. Literally, I have 50 fragrances in here. The next one, it's Crème Brûlée from Theodoros Kalotinis. It's very similar to Maison Mataha Escapade Gourmande. This one has some coconut and you can smell it. Initially, when I first sprayed it, like when I first tested it, I couldn't smell it that much, but when I smelled them side by side, definitely this one has some coconut as well. So if you like coconut, you might like this one more. If you don't like coconut, you might prefer Escapade Gourmande. Next we have tiramisu, and we have Dolce Treviso from Acca Kappa. This one starts, it literally has a note of tiramisu, and you can smell it. You can definitely smell it in the opening. In the dry down, it's not as much tiramisu, it's more like this like super sweet vanilla with coffee. But in the opening, you can definitely smell that tiramisu. And the dry down, it still reminds you, of tiramisu. It's more like this like sugary, almost vanilla with some coffee in the dry down. And the next one, another Theodoros Kalotinis, is Coffee Addict. This one again, it kind of gives me that tiramisu vibes. But this one has definitely way more coffee. Like it has so much coffee. It's again a very sweet coffee, very dense, very almost like a coffee cream. I don't know, but it gives you tiramisu. It's definitely not as tiramisu as this one, but again, this one only stays in the opening. This one is more like coffee, like lots of coffee, and then a little bit of tiramisu. The next one literally smells exactly like the dessert. This one is Mirage Gourmand from Le Noble Essence, I think it's Essence. This one smells again, literally every single time when I'm trying to remember the name of the dessert, of like the cake, I forget. Financier. I remember now. This one smells exactly like Financier. It's almondy, it's nutty, it's fluffy, it's super sweet. Absolutely love this one. In the fall and winter is gonna be absolutely stunning and gorgeous, and yeah, I just love it. I just adore it. It's a new release, but it's like the first and only fragrance, but it's such a good one. It's such an amazing gourmand, and it does last, it does project, it does all of that, because we talked about like almonds and nutty perfumes. Italica from Xerjoff. I know that this one is like a love or hate for some people. For me, it's a love. I adore it. For me, it's like a very realistic almond croissant. This is what I'm getting. It's kind of like almost buttery. It's very nutty. It's, yeah, almond croissant. This is what I'm getting. Next, we've got Sulmona Essenza Confetto. This fragrance, it literally smells like those almond, like sugared almonds, the ones that you get at the wedding. It smells exactly like that. It's delicious. It's exactly that, like almost like those dusty powdery sweet almonds, like almonds covered in sugar, basically. Moving on, this one doesn't necessarily smell like an exotic, specific dessert, but this one is Vanilla Sex from Tom Ford. And for me, it's this like, I don't know, like almondy vanilla cake is what I'm getting. Again, it's a fragrance that it's a love or hate. Personally, I absolutely love it. I adore it. I know it's not for everyone, but for me, I just love it. Okay, it doesn't have the best lasting power and projection, but I just love it. Moving on, Mas Milano Madeleine. Madeleine, for me, doesn't necessarily smell like Madeleine. It smells like, I don't know, like roasted peanuts, almonds, everything that's nutty, like peanuts, almost like a peanut butter. This is what I'm getting. It's delicious, and it's sweet. It's very, very sweet, but I'm getting kind of like a peanut butter from this fragrance. And another one that literally was meant to smell like peanut butter, okay, is from Navitus, and this one is Divine Aprodisiac. Divine Aprodisiac, it's similar to Madeleine, but this one is definitely nuttier. Like, yes, Madeleine, it smells like peanut butter for me, like roasted peanuts, you know, that type of scent. But this one is even nuttier, and it's not as sweet. Like, this one feels slightly more unisex, where Madeleine definitely feels more feminine. What do we have next? Okay, next we have Rame from Omnia Profumi. For me, Rame smells like, if you take Baccarat Rouge DNA and then you add some caramel, almost like burned caramel, this is what I'm getting. It has that airiness from Baccarat, but then you're definitely getting this like caramel, like sticky, sweet caramel. I absolutely love it. I adore it. Everything from Omnia Profumi is like a beast mode. They project, they last, all of that. I have got some vanillas in here as well. I've got Caramelo Vanilla from New Notes, which for me is kind of like your, I don't know, brown sugar vanilla. And I've got two that have like a similar vibe. This one, it's Insulo from Jeroboam, and like I said, Caramelo Vanilla. Caramelo Vanilla feels more like, again, vanilla, brown sugar, and some caramel, where Insulo for me is more vanilla, if that makes any sense. Like, it doesn't have that. Yes, it's a bit brighter than Caramelo Vanilla. And it's a bit musky as well, but still it's such a beautiful vanilla. This one is easier to wear. Like, I feel like if you just want a good vanilla, you'd go for this one. If you want, this one feels also slightly darker with that caramel. Might be more so like also like a bit like burnt caramel. If you want something slightly darker, maybe Caramelo Vanilla. Moving on, Sugar Kisses from Lorenzo Pazzaglia. This literally has every single sweet note that exists on the planet. Like, it has from chocolate to like, it has everything, okay? And it's just, I don't know, powder sugar with caramel, with chocolate, with everything. It doesn't necessarily smell like something in particular, but it's extremely sweet, and I would say it's mainly sugary. Obviously, it's called Sugar Kisses, but it's definitely very sugary. Moving on, was still like vanilla territory, okay? Not that many, don't worry. Bianco Latte. This is a no-brainer. Everyone loves it. Everyone adores this fragrance. I understand exactly why. It's kind of milky, kind of gives you almost like a vanilla ice cream. It's powerful, it's sweet, it's a compliment getter 100%. Accident La Vanille from Jousset, for me, just for me, okay, not everyone shares the same opinion, but for me, this one smells like vanilla and biscoff. This is what I'm getting. I love it, it's delicious, it's one of my favorite vanillas. I don't have anything that smells like this. Next one, again from Jousset, we have Accident La Vanille, Madeleine de Prost. This one is kind of like, I don't know, like a baked peach with lots and like a baked peach with maybe some almonds, definitely lots of vanilla as well. It smells like, I don't know, like a tart, like a peach tart. Like a baked, like a peach pie more like. Not tart, pie, like a peach pie. This is what I'm getting. It's delicious. It's absolutely delicious. It's very, very sweet. So some people might find it slightly, maybe, I don't know, artificial a little bit. Not for me. In the air, listen, the sillage from this one, it's incredible. Right. Oh God, how many I have left? A lot. I've got 3 that share like a similar vibe. This one is from Coelia. This one is Jinapur. Again, I don't know how to pronounce it. I've tried. I'm not the best. This one has rice. It has like chai latte. It basically smells like a chai latte with rice. And it's delicious. It's so good. It's not overly sweet, but it's definitely a gourmand. You're definitely getting that like rice. You're getting that like chai latte. I think it has some cardamom as well, so it kind of cuts, you know, that sweetness. It's incredible. Absolutely love it. And I have 2 that are kind of like the same style, but they all smell different. Sphinx, Horchata de Vanille. Horchata de Vanille, it literally has a note of horchata. I tested it in Spain. Don't kill me. I didn't really enjoy the drink, okay? But the fragrance, this one is definitely sweeter. You can definitely tell that it has like lots. I don't smell any rice though. It has again that like chai latte. It's definitely spicier. Like you can smell some spices in there. But then it has this like beautiful, like almost like creamy vanilla. I really like both of them. And then the third one that's kind of like has like a similar vibe. Latte d'Oro from Gabriela Chieffo. This one I would say is the most similar to Horchata de Vanille, but without that vanilla. Like this one definitely has the most spices, and it's like kind of like the least gourmand. It's still gourmand, don't get me wrong. They all smell like chai latte. I really like them. I have all of them. See the one from Coelia, it's more like ricey. You can definitely smell the rice, where the other ones, you can smell like the spices. And then the horchata is way sweeter than Latte d'Oro. Moving on. Oh, how many do we have here? Happy Nuts from Born to Stand Out. Happy Nuts, it's this kind of like, I don't know, almonds and pistachio. It smells like it doesn't smell like baklava, but it smells like an almond pistachio cake. But very, very almondy and syrupy in the same time. I personally love it. Again, it's a fragrance that it's not, I just dropped the cup. It's a fragrance that's not for everyone, but personally, absolutely love it. And the pistachio on that one kind of reminds me of the next fragrance, Baklava Royale. Obviously, my second fragrance in collaboration with Navitus. Baklava Royale, it's, again, it's like honey, pistachio, it has like nuts. It's, when it comes to baklava, different countries will have different recipes. Like, if you just Google baklava, you're gonna see like tons of pictures, tons of different recipes, because lots of different countries have this dessert, okay? Everyone is fighting who invented it. I'm not here to say who invented it, okay? I'm just saying that it's a delicious dessert, and in some places it has more pistachio, in other places it has more honey, in other places it has more like orange blossom. This one is definitely more pistachio, not extremely sweet because it's still wearable. Even though it's a gourmand, it's not overly sweet, it's still very wearable. Absolutely love it. Okay, it's my baby. I know that, again, when it comes to, pretty much everyone loves the fragrance, but some people like, this smells literally exactly like baklava. This smells exactly how I remember baklava, or like we make baklava at home, and this smells exactly like that. Others say that they don't really smell the baklava, but again, different countries, different recipes. My grandma would make me baklava when I was little, and it smelled exactly like this, okay? So that was like my inspiration. I would not buy it from the store. She would make it in the house. Another one that, again, some people are saying it smells like baklava. For me, it is not, but I absolutely love it for a different note. This one is Aurum from Zaharov. This one is honey, and again it has like almonds and it has so much honey. Like, see, for me, baklava, it doesn't have that much honey, the one that I know. My cherry is annoying again. Here we go. This one is the most realistic honey. Literally, it's so much honey. Like, it definitely overpowers all of the other notes. But I love it. But I love it as a honey fragrance. For me, yeah, I generally do not get the baklava. But again, I explain to you why. But if you're looking for like a true, super sweet honey fragrance, check this one out because it's incredible. What else I've got in here? One that's a bit floral actually. Boys 1920 Frammenti. Now, with Frammenti, all the time I was like, I know this smell. You know, the rose is a bit similar to maybe the rose in the Lina, but it's definitely like denser, sweeter. But I was like, I know the smell. Like, it's something familiar. And then I wore it to work I feel like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and one of my colleagues was like, you smell like Turkish delights. It literally smells like, and then I was like, yes, it literally smells like rose Turkish delights. It definitely has a rose, okay, has some blackcurrant as well, but it has that Turkish delights. Again, with Turkish delights, even though it's Turkish delights, different countries have different recipes. It tastes different, it smells different. But this one is like the one from Turkey, and the rose one. It smells exactly just like that. It's so powerful. This fragrance gives me so many compliments all the time when I wear it. You don't need much. Absolutely love it. Moving on, Tartata, 2 fragrances. Gianni from Gianni from Soradora. This one is super delicious, literally Tartata, exactly that. And it's very fluffy. And another one that's quite similar, but still different, La Tartata from Joussette. This one, I would say it's slightly darker and a bit more, I don't know, intense. But not in sense of like the performance, in sense of the flavor. I don't know, both of them definitely smell like Tartata. I feel like this one is just fluffier, where this one has kind of like a heavier base. What else do we have in here? One that can be for summer, but it can definitely be worn in like the colder weather. I don't find this fragrance to be too summery. EBK Deep in Desire. Yeah, this one smells exactly like a blueberry muffin. It has some tea. Some people are picking up the tea. I don't pick the tea at all. For me, it's literally blueberry muffin. What else we have? Dulce Diablo from Narcotica. This one, this one is like boozy, apricots, and peach, and some chocolate, and ooh, delicious. Absolutely delicious. And one that has a very similar vibe is from Vivamore, and this one is Sweet Sin. Sweet Sin, let me spray it in here. Sweet Sin is almost like a bit more peach, less booze. I don't know if it's like peach, apricot, like that, more like fruit, less booze. I don't know. I feel like in Sweet Sin you can smell kind of everything together, where in Dulce Diablo you can like pick all of the notes, you know. This is kind of like all of them mixed in, like properly mixed in. I'm not saying that the other one's not mixing properly. Both of them are absolutely stunning. But if you don't necessarily want to smell, you know, the booze separately and the apricot and the chocolate, if you just want all together, check this one out. Another one from Vivamore, Caramel Pop. I freaking love this one. Caramel Pop is literally salted caramel and popcorn. It starts as the most delicious salted caramel, and then slowly but surely you're getting the popcorn. It's a very realistic popcorn. It's very sweet. It's absolutely incredible. I just love and adore this fragrance for fall and winter. Another popcorn fragrance is What About Pop from the House of Oud. This one doesn't have any salted caramel. This one kind of like goes straight away into popcorn, you know. Like if you want a fragrance that literally just smells like popcorn, check this one out. If you want some caramel on top, you know, check the one from Viva More. I love both of them. Again, I need to be in the mood. Definitely this one is not as sweet because caramel pop is like proper sweet. This one is not as sweet, but it's still sweet and it's still a gourmand. Another one that it was a blind buy. I was not really that impressed at first, but I feel like I just had like, I don't know, different expectations. But now that I smelled it more, I really like it. This one is L'Eau de Parfum from Cirque du Soleil. This one was supposed to have like a popcorn note. I don't smell it, but what I smell now is the cotton candy, the red apple, and the butter. I do not get any popcorn in this one. So I feel like with the popcorn, they wanted, you know, to create that like circus environment. I personally do not get that. But I'm definitely getting now the cotton candy, and I'm definitely getting the red apple, and it has this like buttery quality about it. I do really like it now. Like if it was just like, like it's okay, I like it. But now that I tested it more, I actually really like it. Moving on. Apple pie. Nobile 1942, La Danza delle Libellule. This one smells literally like an apple pie. It's delicious. It's apple pie. That's it. And I do have another one that smells like an apple pie. Actually, I never tested them side by side. From Trussardi, from Le Vie di Milano collection. This one is Limitless Shopping Via della Spiga. Let's actually test them side by side. Because this one is, see, this one is more like baked apple. Just the apple. Where La Danza, it's an apple pie. You can smell like something else in there, and it's sweeter and again like fluffier. It's like a whole pie. Where Trussardi is literally just the apple, is baked apple. They're both delicious, they're both incredible, okay? Moving on. Cheesecake. Lira from Xerjoff. You know, I love it. It smells literally like orangey, lemony cheesecake. Is delicious. That's it. And something similar, So Vanilla from Private Mood has a similar vibe. This one just has some gingerbread. So it just makes it slightly different. It's not as lemony, it's not as orangey. It just makes it slightly different, but they're similar. Moving on, I've got 3 cherries in here. The first one, like, I have so many cherries, but these are like kind of like the most gourmand, delicious, you know, realistic. Weissbaum from Simone Andreoli. This one smells like, to me, you've got vanilla ice cream and you just pour some cherry syrup. This is what I'm getting. It's incredible. It gives me compliments all the time. Bodacious from Bodacia. You know how much I love this one. This is for me like cherry and almonds and a bit boozy, but super delicious. And the last one, Venom of Love from Navitus, in collaboration with Paulina. This one is like cherry, like cherries covered in chocolate. Cherries covered in chocolate, in like dark chocolate. I love it, I adore it. I'm just obsessed. And now let's move on to some chocolate perfumes. We've got lots of chocolate perfumes, okay? The first one, and the most realistic gourmand. Le Gourmand from Jussé. This one smells exactly like Nutella. Like Nutella spread. That's it. It smells like Nutella. This is what I'm getting. It's unbelievable good. It's... If you don't like gourmands that are like too good, like that gourmand, that level of gourmand, stay away. But if you like super realistic gourmands, check this one out. Moving on. My first fragrance from Navitus, Chocolate Queen. This one is not just chocolate. It has obviously chocolate fudge, but it has Irish cream as well. So it's a bit boozy, has some nuts as well, so it's a bit nutty as well. I would say the main notes are definitely like chocolate and Irish cream. Those two are the main notes. It's not too boozy though. Like, don't think it's too boozy. It's definitely not too boozy, but it has that like creaminess from the Irish cream. If you want something boozy though, Cubano from Sulmona Essenza literally smells like, you know, those like dark chocolates basically, with like rum inside. It literally smells like that. I'm not sure if it's rum or cognac. I'm not good with like beverages, alcohol. I'm not good with that. But it's so boozy, but so sweet from that chocolate and so realistic. It literally smells like those chocolates. What do they put? I think it's cognac that they put inside. Or rum. I literally don't know. It's one of those two. But it smells so good. So good. It's not gonna be for everyone, again, because it's very realistic. But personally, I love it. Moving on, we have another one from Vivamore, and this one is Choco exclusive. This one is, again, obviously chocolate, but this one has almost like, I'm not sure if it's maple syrup or pancakes, but it smells like both. It smells like chocolate, something nutty as well, for sure. And it has that like fluffiness. I think I don't think it's maple syrup. I think that it's pancakes, because it has that like fluffy texture of the pancakes. I love it. I love it. It's so good. Absolutely love it. Moving on. Chocolate orange. I've got two. I've got more, but those two are like the most gourmand, if you ask me. Again, from Vivamore. Dark Indulgence. I don't know what I did to my box. Or actually, I know. Like the cap, you know, the thing is got stuck in here. Oh well. It's all good. Things happen. Yeah, it's chocolate orange. The chocolate in this one is kind of similar to the chocolate in Chocolate Queen, but then you add oranges. It doesn't have the Irish cream, but like the chocolate itself is similar to the one in Chocolate Queen. And then the next chocolate orange is Chocolate Citronic from Sphinx. This one literally smells like those like chocolate orange. You know what I'm talking about. Like, if I feel like Dark Indulgence is like chocolate and some orange, this one is literally exactly like that, like chocolate orangey. Chocolate, basically. I really like both of them. They're different though, so don't think they're the same, they're different. And I just realized, you know what? I just realized I do have another one. Bear with me 1 second. That I didn't include in here, so it's gonna be 50 something. But that one, it's chocolate orange, is actually really good as well. Bear with me 1 second. I've got it. Oro Rosa from Omnia Profumi. Again, this one is chocolate orange. Now, the chocolate in this one is more, it's like almost, I know, like it has a fluffiness, the chocolate. But again, it's chocolate orange. It smells very realistic. They're all different. Again, I do have different reviews for them. But like for chocolate orange, those three are just, obviously we have others. We have Symphonium from Xerjoff, but they all have some oud and people don't necessarily like that. I've got others, but those three, you can definitely smell the chocolate and the orange, and they're all different. They're all, I know, somehow they're different. Two more chocolates and then we'll go ahead done with chocolate, okay? Dolce Passione from, what is this? Perfume Pantheon Roma. Dolce Passione for me is chocolate and strawberries. Some people don't get the strawberries, some people get the strawberries. Some people are comparing this one to Chocolate Queen. I legit, if I would see the similarities, I would say it. Like I said, that for me, the pistachio and the nuts in Happy Nuts remind me slightly of Baklava Royale. I do not see the similarities. I legit do not see the similarities. Maybe just the chocolate, but that one definitely goes into an Irish cream. This one definitely up for me. I'm smelling the strawberry. But now again, I know that some people do not smell that strawberry. For me, this is what I'm getting. Chocolate and strawberries. This is what I'm getting. Like that Milka. It's not, I'm really sorry about that. I'm not talking about like strawberries covered in chocolate. I'm literally talking about like that, you know, that Milka chocolate that's like with strawberry inside, like strawberry cream. I'm getting exactly that. How many do we have left? And the last chocolate, very expensive, I know, but I just love it. From I Profumi del Marmo, Travertino. Travertino, this one reminds me slightly of Dolce Passione, but this one has, it's like dark chocolate, then you have some coconut, and then you have plum, you have mango, I think it has peaches as well, it has orchid, it has a billion notes. But the end result is this dark, milky chocolate. It's not powdery, it's not dusty. And then you kind of get those like fruits in the background, but you can't really tell exactly what fruit. It's so luxurious, it's incredible. And the cap, I know it's a very expensive fragrance, but it's mainly because the cap is actually marble. Like, this is actually marble. It's literally, the cap is heavier than the actual bottle. But the scent itself, it's gorgeous, it's stunning, it's sweet gourmand, all of that, realistic, but it kind of has something about it, you know, that's a bit more And the last 4, we have 10th Madeleine from Essenza Gourmand. Probably I butchered the name. This one is supposed to smell like Madeleine. It does, in the dry down especially. In the opening, for me, it's more like ginger, cinnamony, like it gives you like Christmas vibes and Madeleine. But then the dry down is getting more into Madeleine. It's not overly sweet. It is gourmand. It is realistic. Like, again, in the dry down, it's definitely gonna remind you of Madeleine. But it's not overly sweet, if that makes any sense. The next one, Secret Sucré from Molinard. This one has a nougat note, okay? Obviously it has other notes, but I can definitely smell the nougat. It's quite faint. It's like nougat and some other spices. It's not that sweet and that in your face, like you smell like nougat. But once you smell, you're like, actually that makes sense, you know? And the last 2 are probably the most like Christmassy, but still, they're very realistic gourmand, so I kind of had to include them in here, you know. Panettone from Milano Fragranze. It literally smells like panettone. It smells exactly like panettone. That's it. I'm literally not getting anything else. It's spot on panettone. And the last one, finally, Reserve exclusive from Vivamur. This one is like a gingerbread cake. It's not just gingerbread, it's literally like a cake, like a Christmas cake. I know, a gingerbread cake. It's very realistic, very realistic and sweet and gourmand. And those 2 like are my like Christmas time fragrances. Like I will not wear them in October, but in December, from like, I don't know, 15th of December until like the 31st of December, why not? So there you have it. 50 fragrances, 50 super realistic gourmands for fall and winter. I'll try my best. Obviously, I do have other gourmands in my collection. I do have so many fragrances, but we're not gonna include in here like 200 fragrances, okay? So I try to, you know, only include 50 only. But yeah, that was it for today. Let me know in the comments down below, okay, if you tested any of these, if you like them, if I made you curious, okay, about any fragrance in particular, let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, that was it for today. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to give a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and like always, I'm gonna see you guys in my next one. Bye bye.